sector. Service sector across many economies is always large because of the public service. Remember, when you are calculating GDP, what is also offered by government is also part of that. So education system in Kenya is predominantly public. Health sector is predominantly public. So those ones also account for the service industry part of the GDP. That's why it appears outsized at 65%. So it's not just about banking and what private sector does, like hospitality. It is also about services offered by government. And I agree, again, in the same, to increase productivity. You increase productivity, let's take, for example, banking. There is something I wrote, I think, the last quarter of last year. And I was challenging Equity Bank and KCB to merge. To merge and become Equity KCB group or KCB Equity Group. Why? Banking, insurance, fintech, they are all facilitative sides of the economy. They facilitate. They don't produce. Nothing is produced in the bank. They facilitate. They facilitate the efficiency of the economy. So, when the facilitative side grows so big by offering domestic services, then you wonder, you are growing servicing what? Because the productive side should grow so that the facilitative one should grow. And that is the reason I was saying service industry makes more sense to an economy when it goes to hunt money outside to bring back home. When a local bank exports from Kenya, for me, I get very elated. Because these people are going to DRC to fetch money to pay as a holder in Tana River, seated there, rearing their cattle. To pay dividend to my uncle in Muranga, pruning their coffee bushes. Mtu wa DRC anafanyia kazi Mkenya ako Kakamega. That's the beauty of having big service industry-based companies that expand beyond our domestic market. And my imperative was merge Equity and KCB, because we are no longer talking about banking in Kenya. We are now cumulatively, they are making, like this year, they'll make around, combined, they will make a net profit of around 130 to 135 billion shillings. Both KCB and Equity will likely make 70 billion shillings this financial, for the year ending 31st December. KCB will more likely make 60 billion. So 130 billion. If they can merge, and out of conquering the other markets, they go to southern part of Africa, to western part of Africa, 350 billion. It is Kenya that is benefiting. So that was my imperative. Some of these companies must be made to be big, to conquer. We have upside in Kenya. When they report profits, when they are paying you dividend, they also Africa. Netbank is in the process. Netbank is from South Africa. Why? It's big. Their market cap is over 1 trillion shillings. Standard Bank of South Africa is the largest bank in Africa. It is over 20 KCBs combined in terms of market cap. In terms of assets, it is even larger. So what do? Standard Bank is what we call in Kenya Stanbic. When Stanbic makes money in profits in Kenya, as they pay you dividend, they also pay their parent dividend. And their parent pays taxes. And therefore, my banking in Stanbic and ABSA is building a road in South Africa. Why can't we make KCB, Equity Group, we combine a big entity like that, it goes to hunt for money in West Africa, it hunts for money even in Europe. When KCB, if the combined entity reports $500 million in profit, we are talking about cooperative tax alone of over 150 billion shillings. That's the money to build maybe 20 kilometers of road in every constituency every year. That's how I look at it. Service leaders, right now you are chatting on whole Facebook, you are receiving money through PayPal, you are on Instagram pressing an ad. You know, sometimes I wonder, man. Sometimes I'm trying to sponsor something on Facebook, and Zuckerberg declines. He tells you, this company, we need to pay. We are reviewing for 24 hours. Can you imagine that kind of, in quote, arrogance? Because you made it so big, ati clients anakuja kwa vizu na mwambia hata tuangalie kama tukuadmit kama client. That service industry. That guy you are paying, Zuckerberg, is paying taxes in the US. So you are here giving examples. Oh, economies of the US is so big. Hey, superpower. But who is making it a superpower? It is you with your phone here, because you are using an Apple phone. With Facebook as your primary app, Instagram, the other one, Signal, I don't know which one, Telegram, these other ones. So you are here, when you wake up in the morning, you are here literally putting money in the US government basket. That's service industry. We must have companies that go to fetch money to bring home. We scale using the global market. Our banks must never, central banks should force them. You must look for regional and continental and global markets. Chaguvu. Because you need this money. Again, Georgina, I think I answered. There is one that was asked through a question here by CPA Sabuni about tolling of roads and the issue of Mau Summit and what happens. This remains my opinion. In our region, there is no country, other country, that is doing the experiments we are doing of making public infrastructure expensive to use. And as I talk about capital flows, capitals are impersonal. When you have money, 10 billion, and you are a global investor, remember you belong to no country. When it comes to money, you belong to profit. The only goal is to maximize your profit. So, suppose we have $1 billion somewhere looking for a place to come or to go. Inatafuta pahali tu ya kwenda ilale hiyo pesa. Pesa, $1 billion, inatafuta tu kanyumba, inatafuta a roof to go there and hide. So, as that money is looking for a roof over its head, it is impersonal. It doesn't care the name of the man. And so you look around in our region, Tanzania, Rwanda, DRC, Uganda, and Ethiopia. You have $1 billion. The first level of ease of doing business, infrastructure, is it there? Yes. How is it? What's the cost of using this infrastructure? That's where decisions starts to be made. What's the cost of electricity in this place? Decisions already start now to solidify. What's the cost of using roads to transport my things? Decisions is already made. So when I talk about roads, it's not about politics. It's about the economy. You have the road we are dueling called Rironi-Mau Summit is a corridor road. It's going to another country and another and another. So you come and realize only the part of Kenya is being told. As it is now as we talk, is only the part of Kenya. What are we telling investors really? We're just telling investors, look for alternatives. We are a premium economy. A premium economy growing at 4.9%. We are a premium economy. You look for, if you don't want to pay toll, get elsewhere. My friends, we have not reached there as an economy. We need everyone. We need all this capital to flow in. So my take has always been, Rironi-Mau Summit Road is being used by Kenyans who pay PAYE, who pay VAT, who pay fuel levy. Fuel levy is supposed to build roads. So they are already taxed enough to build an infrastructure called road. And then you make them pay at all. This is like renting a house, but because the rent is on check-off, muli-agree na landlord, kwenye unawak, anakutumia pesa through check-off, unakatwa direct. You know, kuna hiyo kitu inafanya kitu psychological. Ukikatwa pesa kwa transformer level meaning hata haikufiki. Huwa hata huifanyii hesabu, si ndio? So because huifanyii hesabu kama vile unalipa tax, you already paying rent. And then somebody is coming to tell you where you pay rent, you need to pay money for a living levy. That's what we are doing. Which is well valued and you pay promptly. Unajua ile kukatia stima kwa transformer, ile hata hawadili na mita, yani unakatiwa vile huwezi jirudishia. So usakatiwa mshahara hapo na umelipa fuel levy. By the time you are fueling your vehicle, the money for government reaches inafikia government before ya yule anakuzia mafuta. So you are already paying rent, and then at the landlord tells you you pay rent of 25,000. You'll be paying a living levy of 1,000 per month. Hata inapita rent. That is not sensible. That's what I've been saying. And it's an experiment that will not work, because the economy of Kenya cannot isolate itself to our. Definitely look to the other economies. Look at some of the decisions we make. Kenya grew by 4.9% last year. How much Tanzania, with elections, grew faster than us? With elections. Museveni grew faster than us. Uganda. It grew by around 7%. Tanzania was over 6%. Rwanda. Last quarter, they grew by double digit. Double digit means over 10%. The economy of Ethiopia will be growing by double digit this year. And we are here saying we are a premium economy, growing at RIP. We are last in our region, and we are here touring roads. What mathematics is that? So what I'm saying is, Kenyans now have learned about the psychology of how this government thinks. You don't need to read an encyclopedia. You can already tell when you see an action what is following. Juzi nikaona expansion ya Rironi. Nikasema it's fine. It's wrong over there is always a rider. I don't know why it is so difficult for this government to do just something good without something bad behind the carpet. Sijui kwa nini. Why can't you just do a good thing to Kenyans? Build a road. You see a good announcement from this government, and you know that as Kenyans, there is always a rider. We are expanding Rironi, Mau Summit. Tuna clap. After clapping, you are told, lakini kuna kitu kidogo itafanyika. I'm finished. Call a parents meeting as their MP. I've called a parents meeting. Shairis have been said. Tupigie mheshimiwa makofi amefika. And they know CDF, I oversight CDF. So they are waiting for a pronouncement, because they had told me there are sort of 2 classes in the school. They want 2 new classes to be built. And they call me as their MP because they know there is CDF. And who is CDF? It is them who pay taxes. So it's their money. After Sairis are said for me, na makofi, na amuka nas. Nimekuja na mtu hapa anaitwa contractor. Nimusimamishe. ngapi kila darasa? 700,050. So we need 1.5 million. 1.5 million. Very, very good. Nimekuja. Huyu contractor atajenga hizi darasa na ataanza kesho. Na kwanza na point your contractor. Wewe unapata imeisha. Lakini ikiisha, for the last 3 years, utakuwa unapea mtoto shilingi 100 kusomea hiyo darasa. Atakuwa analipa shilingi 100 aitikizo yasome. Have I provided any solution to those parents? Are you getting me, you guys? So you come around your road, you already pay taxes. We should build it for you. And then you are telling you, you also need to pay for it. So that's why I'm saying the expansion of Mombasa Road, the expansion you are building, and for the roads that were built for free by the previous government. Those of the other governments had other mechanisms to use our taxes correctly, to use our borrowed monies correctly and optimally. They were able to build free to use public goods. Please, whatever you want to expand, but leave the previous road free as it used to be. You have a choice to gorofa ati utoro mpaka hii ya chini ilijengwa hapo bereni. So Mombasa Road ikiexpandiwa, ile ilijengwa na Kibaki, ile ilijengwa na Kenyatta na Moi na Kibaki na Uhuru, hiyo yote hatutalipa. Kama unataka kulipisha, wewe lipisha ile unataka kujenga. Thika Road ikijengwa, kama inawekwa expressway, kama ni ya gorofa ama ni underground, sawa. Lakini ilijengwa na President Mwai Kibaki, msirete hiyo tutalipa. Asante.
Thank you.